Welcome back to another episode of Hood 187. In today's episode, we will detail the life of a Nutty Block Compton Crip who goes by the name Homicide Loc. Homicide spent most of his life living in Oklahoma, but by his teens he would be introduced to the Nutty Block Compton Crips. The Nutty Block Compton Crips started in Compton, California in the early 1970s. They first formed on 166th Street and quickly became known for putting belt to ass on all the Pyrus and Crips. This caused them a lot of war and bad relationships with most Compton Crips. Nutty pushed the line when needed, but by the 80s, the Nutty Blocks had jumped face first into drug trafficking. This just advanced the war between them and their rivals. They were now able to afford machine guns, and Nutty didn't shy away from using them to win their war. This brought them attention from law enforcement, leaving many members no choice but to flee Compton. Many of those who left ended up in southern states like Oklahoma, mainly due to their family ties. So, a couple Compton OGs came through, and in 1990, they got the green light to start the OKC branch of Nutty Block, who also go by the name Block Boys. Founding members of the OKC branch are Big Scrap, Kane, S-Loc, G-Wiz, K-Nut, and Homicide Loc, who also went by the name Young Scrap. The original 6 Nutty Block members were the ones who firmly established themselves in OKC's growing gang scene. Homicide had a younger brother called Baby Scrap, but by the mid-2000s, Baby Scrap was found dead, and the case remains unsolved to this day. Homicide Loc grew up in Oklahoma, and by the time he hopped off the porch, he had fully embraced gang life and was putting in work for Nutty Block. Homicide's love for cripping came from following in his brother's footsteps, seeing how his brother earned respect quickly in the streets of OKC and Compton. His brother Big Scrap was known for never losing a fight and knocked out anyone who wanted the smoke. Their main funk was with anyone against the N Gang, which was composed of all neighborhood Crips and Nutty Block. They were known to rival with the Hoover Criminals, which caused gangs like the Hard Hoover Gangsters to slow down, because NHC and Nutty was putting belt to ass. It was rumored that Homicide was the main enforcer for the Nutty Block Crips, and it's alleged that he caught his first body back when he was a baby gangster. At first, it seemed like he was going to go down for the murder. Things got even worse when people from his own crew allegedly turned against him. One member claimed that Homicide was the shooter, and even tried to provide proof, but Homicide managed to beat the case, and instead would go down for drug trafficking, sometime in his 20s.
Yeah, I mean, my own homeboy, you know what I'm saying, got down on me, trying to get a nigga wiped out.
Luckily, Homicide didn't get a life sentence and would do most of his time politicking with other Crips like the Rolling 60s. He started reading books by Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X. He started getting interested in black empowerment, feeling untouchable because he was now God, and decided to join the Nation of Islam. He changed his name to Al-Jihad and created Bangsside Revolution. Bangsside Revolution was a group that focused on teaching black empowerment and to unite all gangs under one banner, united under the banner of black unity. Homicide wanted to disarm the white man both physically and systematically by challenging his dominance in every way possible, and his reputation for handling business with muscle was well known. He preached hard discipline within his ranks, and no one could challenge his authority. He proved this when a Nutty Block homie introduced him to White Loc. White Loc was a white member of the Nutty Block Compton Crips and was put on the set by younger members in OKC. But when Homicide met White Loc, that would all change. White Loc jumped out of the car, which was full of Nutty Block members. Another Nutty Block member shook hands with Homicide and told him he wanted him to meet someone. Homicide wasn't too sure about this. He had seen White Loc from a distance and wasn't feeling it. The other Nutty Block members told him to give White Loc a chance, but Homicide wasn't interested. White Loc walked up to Homicide and tried to shake his hand, but Homicide slapped it away and punched White Loc right in the face. He kept stomping on him while White Loc was on the ground. White Loc took the beating, but got up without a word and embraced Homicide. It was clear that White Loc wasn't backing down. Later, they all headed to a friend's house, and the friend was a black woman who White Loc was close to. He felt comfortable there and thought he was one of them, but Homicide didn't like it. He couldn't understand how a white boy could be so relaxed around a black queen. Once again, Homicide stomped on White Loc, this time telling him straight up that no white people could join the Crips. He saw it as black kings teaching white devils how to kill niggas, even calling it training the enemy. He made it clear that if anyone brought a white boy around him again, there would be consequences. The Nutty Block Compton Crips only accepted an Asian American member from Compton named Big Nit. He was part of their gang during the 1990s. Big Nit would come to OKC a lot, and his older homies were from Nutty Block and Compton, so he was respected when around Homicide. But by the early 2000s, Homicide would change OKC's gang culture forever, taking Bangsside Revolution and turning it into a production team, outside of just being a black power group. Through Bangsside Revolution, he became one of the first people in Oklahoma City to document the history and culture of its hoods and gangs. Before Hood 187, Homicide was the Hood 187 of OKC. The only difference was people respected him, and he quickly gained local fame for showcasing other hoods, including those he went to war with. Homicide was doing it on his own, with raw footage and unmatched access to neighborhoods that most wouldn't dare to explore.
New York's, the Californias, to Texas, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Before it's down here, it's like it's like what you call like a
That's what's up. That's what's up. I go down there in Oklahoma, my nigga, bars on the southeast 44.
All I can tell motherfuckers is, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but basically working for the white man, you know what I'm saying, on some real shit, no peace street shit or nothing, but that's all we doing, you know what I'm saying, but if you niggas want that, that's what we can get to, because we man, homie, we smart, man.
Wait till Volume 2 come out, nigga. That nigga gonna show you some real live motherfucking Crip blood shit down here in Oklahoma City, my nigga. Hood to hood. You ain't gotta come to this motherfucker, my nigga. We do our own thing, nigga. And we really with the business, my nigga. So, welcome to Oklahoma City, motherfucker.
During his documentary, Homicide also attended the initiation of Tiny Carrot into the 24 Karat Crips. As part of the ritual, they branded 24 Karat onto Tiny Carrot's chest, marking his loyalty to the gang.
That's how niggas do it in OKC, man.
Homicide began rapping under the name Homicide Loc, representing Bangsside. One of his first songs, Loc of the South, set the tone for his career, but his biggest hit was Oklahoma City 405. In this song, he painted a picture of life as a Nutty Block Crip in OKC. Homicide's influence on OKC's gang culture was massive. He didn't just inspire people like me, he motivated others to start vlogging their neighborhoods and sharing their stories. The Village Park Crips were one of the first to follow his example.
Oklahoma City shit, part 3, nigga. 3, nigga. You dig it? Southeast Village Crip side, nigga. Yeah, we still
so what that? Bill Squad Life. Village Crip gang, nigga.
The fucking Jacks, my nigga. It's just like, cuz, you know, we got the homies from the hood out here, cuz. We got a little bit of everybody out here. But it's Crip City and Oklahoma City, cuz. And it's the way we get down out here, cuz.
Over the years, Homicide decided to change how he spent his time. Instead of hanging out with the gang on hood days, he started focusing on bigger goals. On one hood day, he even flew down to Mississippi to meet up with members of the Vice Lord Nation. He also connected with the gangster disciples, trying to bring back brotherly love between gangs. His dream was to unite them into a powerful force that could help build stronger communities instead of tearing them down. But Homicide didn't stop there. He started a YouTube channel where he uploaded old documentaries and shared his thoughts about different topics. One of his videos talked about Milk 74, a white gang member in a black gang, and what he thought about it.
Bottom line, there is no reason, you know what I mean, for any Caucasian to be a part of us. You know what I mean? There is no reason at all. You know what I mean? That's just bottom line. What do you look like? Cause I mean, to you niggas that actually allow this shit. I know, like, I be going like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm pretty sure this shit is like live in Kansas, a lot of crackers in Kansas, fucking Ohio's and shit like that, you know what I mean? And, you know, all over, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, and if y'all niggas got crackers from y'all hood, I mean, that's on y'all, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
But most of his videos were about helping the black community, showing how people could work together, stay strong, and do better in life. He even joined Black Panther marches to share these messages. But now Homicide is laid back, enjoying life as a father and an OG of the Nutty Block Crips. He spends his days teaching black youth that the real enemy isn't each other, but the system working against them. If you want to check him out, I included his channel in the pinned comment. Thank you for watching another episode of Hood 187. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so this video can be pushed to more people.